Ever wondered how true the stereotypes we hear about various cultures are? It's a question that, in the age of information, is more relevant than ever. Today we're going to focus on one such stereotype, a question that often comes up and is in fact a widely searched query on the internet. Do Indians share their wives? Now, before we go any further, let's take a moment to understand the gravity of the subject. Questions like these, born out of stereotypes, can often be misleading and harmful. They can paint an entire culture with a broad brush, ignoring the rich diversity and unique nuances that make each culture special and distinct. Let's hear from a cultural anthropologist, a person who spends their life studying cultures and societies, navigating the intricacies of human behavior and traditions. They say, stereotypes are a dangerous territory. They reduce complex cultural practices into oversimplified assumptions. This not only leads to misinformation, but also fosters ignorance and prejudice. So when it comes to understanding cultures, especially ones as diverse and rich as the Indian culture, it's crucial to tread carefully. We must approach with an open mind, ready to learn and unlearn. India, a country with a population of over 1 billion, is a melting pot of numerous ethnic groups, languages, traditions, and beliefs. It is home to some of the oldest civilizations in the world, and its cultural tapestry is woven with threads of countless shades and hues. Therefore, to ask if Indians share their wives is to ask a question that simplifies and stereotypes a complex, diverse culture. It's akin to asking if all Americans love fast food, or if all British people drink tea at exactly 5 p.m. Remember, every culture, including Indian culture, is a complex symphony of traditions, beliefs, and practices, each playing its unique melody. And to truly appreciate this symphony, we must listen carefully, without letting stereotypes muffle the music. Now let's dive into the complex tapestry of Indian culture and traditions. In understanding any culture, context is king. So let's delve into the rich tapestry that is Indian culture, a culture that is as diverse and vibrant as the land itself. India, a country of over 1 billion people, is a kaleidoscope of languages, religions, and traditions. It is said that the language changes every few kilometers in India, and so do the customs and traditions. This diversity is a testament to the country's rich history, influenced by various empires, dynasties, and foreign invasions. Despite this diversity, certain values and traditions form the bedrock of Indian society. One such value is the importance of family. The Indian family system is often described as a web of social relationships, bound by the threads of mutual obligations and responsibilities. This system, deeply rooted in the culture, places a high importance on unity, respect for elders, and the roles of individuals within the family. Marriage, in this context, is more than just a union of two individuals. It is a sacred bond, a lifelong commitment, a union of two families. It is considered a crucial rite of passage, a milestone in one's life journey. Indian marriages are characterized by elaborate rituals and ceremonies, reflecting the cultural, regional, and religious diversity of the country. Now let's hear from some Indian cultural experts. They explain how the sanctity of marriage and the respect for family values are deeply ingrained in Indian society. They talk about how these values are passed down through generations, nurtured through stories, rituals, and practices. These snippets of wisdom help us understand that in Indian culture, marriage is not merely a personal affair, but a social and communal event. It is a bond that is cherished and respected, a commitment that is nurtured with love, respect, and mutual understanding. With this context in mind, we can now delve into the question, do Indians share their wives? The answer might surprise you, but to fully understand it, we need to continue peeling back the layers of this complex and fascinating culture. Where did this stereotype come from, and is there any truth to it? This is a question that often arises when we encounter such sweeping generalizations. Deconstructing the origins of the myth, we venture into a realm of misunderstood or misrepresented practices and traditions. Historically, India's social fabric has been woven with threads of diverse cultural practices, each unique to its region and community. However, some of these practices have been misinterpreted, leading to the propagation of stereotypes. One such misunderstood practice is the tradition of Niyoga, an ancient Hindu practice where a woman whose husband is either impotent, deceased, or has renounced the world, may request a revered man to help her bear a child. This practice, mentioned in ancient Hindu texts, was performed under specific circumstances and with the consent of all involved parties. It was not a societal norm, but rather an exception for continuity of lineage. Another misrepresented tradition is that of wife sharing among the tribal communities of the Himalayan regions. It's essential to note that the practice, prevalent in very few communities, was more about shared responsibility and resource optimization in harsh living conditions than about marital relationships as we understand them today. Let's hear from a historian specializing in Indian history. Much of what is understood about these practices is through the lens of Western interpretation, often skewed by cultural biases. It's crucial to comprehend the societal context and the specific circumstances under which these practices were carried out. As we delve deeper into the cultural practices and traditions, we realize that the idea of Indians sharing their wives is a gross misinterpretation. It is a stereotype born out of misunderstood practices and traditions, further fueled by sensationalism and exoticization of the other. Thus, when we talk about Indian culture, it's important to remember that it's a mosaic of diverse social practices, each with its unique significance and context. Stereotypes are often reductionist and don't capture the complexity and richness of this cultural tapestry. As we can see, the origins of this stereotype are based on misinterpretations and misconceptions. Let's continue to unpack these stereotypes in our journey of understanding cultures and societies. So, what's the truth about Indian marriages? Let's delve into the heart of Indian culture and explore the sanctity and significance of marriage. In India, marriage is more than a legal contract or a personal commitment. It's a sacred bond, a union of two souls that is believed to extend beyond one lifetime. Yes, you heard that right. In the Hindu belief system, marriages are considered to last for 7 lifetimes. Now let's hear some real-life experiences. We have Mr. and Mrs. Sharma, a couple from New Delhi, who've been married for over 30 years. They share that their marriage is a partnership based on mutual respect, love, and understanding. They've faced their fair share of ups and downs, but their commitment to each other has never wavered. Moving on, we have Rohan and Meera, a young couple from Bangalore. They met during their university days and decided to tie the knot after dating for 5 years. For them, marriage is about companionship and growth. They believe in supporting each other's dreams and aspirations, and they emphasize the importance of communication in their relationship. Next, we have Ananya and Priya, a same-sex couple from Mumbai. Their story is a testament to the evolving narrative of Indian marriages. They fought against societal norms to be together, and their marriage symbolizes love, courage, and equality. Each of these stories shines a light on the diversity and depth of Indian marriages. They challenge stereotypes and offer a glimpse into the true essence of marital bonds in Indian society. These marriages are not about possession or control, but about partnership and equality. It's also important to note that, like any other culture, India too has its share of marital issues and societal pressures. But the heart of Indian marriages remains rooted in the values of respect, commitment, and mutual growth. These voices from within the community show a very different picture from the stereotype we started with. What can we learn from debunking such stereotypes? There's a grandeur that unfolds when we begin to unravel the intricate layers of cultural understanding. It's like peeling back the petals of a flower, revealing the vibrant colors and distinct features that make each culture unique and beautiful. We've spent time today debunking a stereotype about Indian culture, and in the process, we've begun to appreciate the depth and complexity of this ancient civilization. It's a stark reminder of how we can allow misconceptions to cloud our understanding if we don't seek the truth. Now let's hear from some cultural experts who've made it their life's work to understand and respect the diversity of humanity. They've seen firsthand the benefits of breaking down stereotypes and promoting cultural exchange. One expert tells us, when we challenge stereotypes, we open up a world of understanding. We begin to see people for who they truly are, not who we assume they are based on their culture. Another expert adds, promoting cultural exchange is a powerful tool for peace. It bridges gaps, fosters understanding, and promotes mutual respect. These insights are not just about debunking myths, but about fostering a deeper understanding of our shared humanity. We are not just breaking down stereotypes, we're building bridges of understanding. We're fostering a global community that appreciates the rich tapestry of world cultures. Remember, every culture is a world within itself, filled with stories, traditions, and customs that have been passed down through generations. When we respect these cultures, we're not just acknowledging their existence. We're celebrating the diversity that makes our world a fascinating place to live. So the next time you come across a cultural stereotype, take a moment to question it. Seek to understand rather than judge. Your curiosity could lead to a deeper appreciation of the world around you. In the end, it's not just about debunking stereotypes, but fostering a deeper understanding and appreciation of the rich tapestry of world cultures.